Hey.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. Morning, Adam.
Good morning. Last
Hey.
day before the weekend. So.
Yes, and it's not quite the last day, but almost to the end of August. I can't believe August is almost gone already.
Yeah, this whole year I feel like has just flown by. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like there's only like 3 more months till Christmas.
Yeah. Man, definitely. I don't know. It seems like last year was just kind of crazy, of course, but it's just like accelerating since then.
Yeah.
Like, what is going on with the time? I don't know. But yes, we're moving right along, and we've got a very special show today. So a couple things just to let you guys know, those of you who are in here already. Number one, we've got, of course, the giveaway prize for today, as usual. You got that there?
Yeah, we got that. Strike Noir.
There you go. Very nice. P-Bandai Masquerade there. Number two is, of course, we're going to announce the winners of the 30-minute mission contest today. And the last thing just to kind of point to make for you guys is that we're going to be a little bit shorter today. Rather than we usually do like about an hour and a half, we're just going to be doing the show for about an hour today. So it's going to be a little bit shorter than usual. So that means just we won't get to as many questions today, unfortunately, but we'll still do all that other good stuff. So
yes,
I figure we'll just kind of start off as normal, and then we'll get to the contest and then giveaway here in just a little bit. So anything new coming in recently, or what's going on there recently?
Yeah, so we've had a lot of restock shipments in. So a lot of people that back orders have come in stock. New wise, we get some more 30-minute mission, like the Ninja, the blue and white one. I forget what it's called. It might be called the Ninja one for 30-minute missions.
Spinatio?
Yeah. That should be arriving maybe today. Other than that, though, it's all restocks, all back order stuff that we'll be getting in for today and probably Monday, Tuesday.
There you go.
No word on the Nightingales yet. Nice. I know another distributor got them, and we're getting some from them, but not from Bluefin, or the big chunk of our order.
Yeah. Well, same here. So been having fun building up some other stuff in the meantime to buy the time, including this one, which is just the review that I was working on today, animation version, base lard. But I know for those of you guys who are not into the Mecha Musume stuff and more interested in Gunpla stuff, I've finished recording a couple of reviews of just some HG00 kits as well. So those will be coming out. The Tyrion ground type review came out today, and then the next few will be coming out over the next couple of days. So
sweet.
We'll try to get in some Gunpla for you guys in between the Mecha Musume kits. I know not everybody's a fan. Someone commented on a post earlier today or yesterday or something like that, saying that they were excited that I was reviewing some Gunpla because they were getting tired of Mecha Musume kits. Sorry, guys. As you can see behind me, there's still some more on the way. So
and I don't know if anyone saw the posts for the Apex model kit. Will be so the next step, we got all the pieces kind of figured out, and we sent it back for a few more editing. But Chris there in the chat, we are actually sending that to him, and he's going to paint it up for us. So that's pretty cool.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Hey, there's Chris. Hey, Chris. Yeah, that looks very cool. If you guys have not seen that, check. You shared that should be on the Facebook page as well as on Instagram. Right?
Yeah, all our social media that got shared on. It's pretty neat going through the process of making your own model kits, all the different steps and fun activities with it.
Do have any idea when that's going to be coming out for sure yet, or?
So the goal is have some for November, Thanksgiving. So we'll see. It just depends how fast the designer can give us the finish up the little tweaks that we need, and then making the mold and different things like that. So, but yeah, that's the goal, is to have some quantity here by that time.
It's coming up with how fast the time is going.
Yeah, it's flying. I don't know if I ever showed. I mean, we had like our original prototype.
I think you did show that last time, maybe. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
on the oh, that's backwards. This is like the first iteration there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But now we actually have like pieces that fit together, and so
it looks like it looks almost like it's made out of like clay, like a clay pot.
Yeah, it's 3D printed. I don't know what they used, because it's pretty hard. It does look like it's not like your more plasticky resin.
Yeah,
it's hard.
it's not that glow in the dark that they're using for the prototypes.
Like it's if you threw that thing at somebody, it'd probably hurt.
Yeah. All right. So that's something exciting to look forward to before the year is over, at least.
Yeah.
Let me get into the questions here for us, so we can try to get to as many of these as possible.
Yeah.
Just make a note if I can here. So we've got 133 on Facebook, 149 on YouTube, and 156 on Instagram. There you go. So we'll start off on Instagram, and I'll scroll around instead of just going from the top down for you guys. But here's one from Little Plastic People. Said, any chance we'll be seeing a Mecha Musume Frame Arms Girl contest in the near future?
I would say that we would do that. That sounds fun. I think did you have one at one time? Was that you, or maybe I might be thinking of somebody else?
It's not me, and I don't know who else would have done it if not me, because I'm basically the only person who reviews them fairly regularly, as far as I know, at least in English.
Something I saw in Japan, maybe one of their threads.
I'm certain there have been plenty in Japan. Outside of Japan, though, like anything organized by like anyone on Instagram or YouTube or anything like that, I'm sure probably it has happened before, but I can't think of anything recently as far as I know.
But I don't see why we wouldn't. Now that we're getting pretty regular releases now of Mecha Musume from not just, Kotobukiya is probably top of the line, but you got Bandai's making theirs. Mm-hmm. There's other companies like Eastern Model, the ATK girls. So there's all sorts of ones now. So I don't see why we wouldn't in the future.
Yeah, definitely. It's something that I've wanted to do for a long time. And especially with the release of the 30-Minute Sisters kits, those are probably going to be the most easily accessible kits for most people. So definitely, I think now is probably a good time to do it in the near future. We do have the next contest idea kind of set for now.
I'll tell you about that after. On that.
Okay. But possibly for the next contest after that, we'll see. So, all right. Let's see. Mecha Skyfish Mike asked, who was the artist who designed the stickers for me? My stickers that I posted about before. I actually already replied to him on Instagram, but just another.
I can just shout him out.
Yeah. That's Links53 Designs on Instagram. Corey did that. Amazing artist. Yes. And you guys have probably seen his work. Other people have got commission work from him as well.
If you see Apex, he did all the Apex designs for us. And whenever I need a new one, he does up. So,
There you go. Yeah. So he's certainly around. Definitely check him out. And very affordable. Yes. He actually probably charges too little for how good his work is, to be honest. He should charge more. But
I have told him that many times.
Yeah. So if you're interested, get in touch with him before he raises his prices. But he should do that, honestly. All right. Beavermeister said, do you think there will be a PG Barbatos soon?
Maybe.
Yes, I would say not soon, but it is very likely that, I don't know, maybe someday that will happen. Possibly. All right. Well, just while we're here, there's another question about a PG. Do you think the Easy 8 would be a great Unleashed PG or the Goof Custom?
I think both those would actually, because they're that old UC design with hatches, and I think the Easy 8 would be great. I don't know how many hatches aesthetically would work in a goof, right? I mean, there obviously would have them if it's a mechanical design, but I guess more I think of like you think of the RX-8.
Yeah.
You overall it had to be. I guess I would anyways. So.
Yeah, surely both would be great, like PG Unleashed kits. I mean, just as much as anything would, I guess. But yeah, the Easy 8 especially, I think would be really cool. Like you said.
Yeah.
I don't think that'll ever happen.
No,
I think that's
I don't
super
either.
unlikely. But
no,
that would be cool.
Yeah.
Sure. Let's see. All right, let me scroll down a bit here. Mr. White said, I've never painted a kit, but I'm interested. What are the materials needed for a basic paint job?
I mean, I would invest in airbrush. If you I think for like Gundam models, that's kind of your go-to to make it. If you want it to look nice and smooth, that's going to be how your go-to. That, and then find a paint brand that you like. Find do some research on paint, the different kinds of paints, so you know what tools you'll need for that specific formulary of paint, whether it be lacquer or acrylic. You don't really airbrush enamels, so just kind of know what tools come with each one of those and what ventilation you need for each one of those. And then there's tons of resources out there, tons of YouTube videos, tons of everything for painting kits. So, but yeah, airbrush I think would be my number one.
Yeah, I would just say it depends on you. If you want to go in straight into airbrushing, that is definitely the best way to go. But if you're feeling just like you're not sure you want to invest quite as much like right at the beginning, because airbrush is expensive at the start, but over time I think it definitely is the cheaper way to go if you're planning on painting for a long time. So it just kind of depends on you. If you just want to try painting and like you're not sure if it's something that you're really going to want to do a lot of going into the future, then I would say maybe just use spray cans. Those can be perfectly fine for just trying out painting.
Yep.
But just don't stick to using spray cans for like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 builds, because then by that time you've already spent way more than you would have spent for an airbrush. So yeah, don't do it for too long, I would say. And I would not necessarily recommend using just Krylon spray cans. Get some like proper modeling ones, Tamiya or Mr. Hobby or something. Favorite Astray variant?
Green
frame? Yeah, I think we just had this question in the last episode or fairly recently.
I think so. It had to be. If it wasn't, it was very similar.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I mean, my favorite color is green. So
okay.
I mean, they all pretty much look the same unless you're going for like the Amatsumina or if you're talking like red frame variant, I guess the dragon, just because it's. But the God one looks pretty sweet. And then if the blue frame variant would have to be the underwater one. I like that one. I don't know what it's called. I just noticed the one that goes underwater. But if you're just looking at all of them as colors, green.
Yeah. Then I guess, I mean, you're kind of forcing me then to choose gold. We can have green and gold.
There you go.
Green for the money and gold for the honeys.
Yes.
but actually, though, my favorite variant, probably the blue frame D. I just like all the swords. Like normally, like a design just like with way too many weapons is just not necessarily appealing to me. But that's a design that does look really cool. Like all the orange accents on there are really cool.
Nice.
There's which one is the Astray with like the big giant knees? It's like the blue frame.
Yeah, I think it's the
like an L or something.
Yeah, it's not the underwater one. Like it's the I don't know if you read the manga or not, but like the underwater one came, and then that one was the next variant after that underwater one. Because I believe the underwater version, and I don't remember the name of it, has those knees, but the top is different. But I could be wrong.
That's always cool. I've always enjoyed that when I've seen it. I think that. Well, a different model company, let's just say, made a kit of that, I believe, right, in the past.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I know there's been like resin kits as well.
Yeah, because that was the kit that Bandai
did them in.
Yeah, pretty much. I was able to get one, but I think we had them up for sale, and then Bandai told us we can't carry them anymore. So I was like, okay, we're done selling that stuff.
Speaking of which, there's also the Astray Out frame,
yes,
which I've still got in my stash that I have not built yet. Every once in a while, I see that and I think, I want to build that kit. Anyway, all right. Here we have one from Irish Stowaway, who now that I see his name and profile picture, I'm now remembering he's the one who made the comment about wanting to see less Mecha Musume kits. But he said, "Hi fellas, any chance the 8th MS Dim Sniper will be stocked this year?"
So they were on 2 orders. They were in the order for July, which is just, we still haven't gotten that, and Bandai confirmed that we would be getting it. So when we order, when I say July, it probably was after July, August. So last month we should have gotten it, but it's in a container sitting off the coast of the United States. So they, so when Bandai gives us those, it's usually a month after Bandai, releases them. So July's we would actually should receive in August, as long as there weren't any delays. And then we for December, but so December's order would actually probably be in January. So we should have them soon. It just depends when that container gets. I assume when that container gets unloaded, and then Bluefin gets everything packed up, because they'll get the containers, then they'll have to receive the containers, take them all out of it, create the orders. There's other people that order other than us, so depending where we're at in line for them to pick, and then the shipping time. So soon, I don't. Sooner than later, it's probably within the next month and a half we should have them.
Here's another kind of similar and somewhat related question. Zaft Studios asks for any ETA on the Artifact Wave 1. And I saw you just posted about the Artifact Wave 2 as well. So do you have any idea about that?
Yeah. So I got off the phone with Bandai yesterday about that, and they told me, or my rep told me, that they are on their way to them. It's been unloaded and it's at the port, so it's off the boat. Now they have to wait on a truck to pick up the container to take it to Bluefin. Once Bluefin has it, they'll unpack it and then get everything shipped out to us.
For Wave 1, anyway. For
Wave 1, yeah. Wave 2 went up, and then I saw some things that they were like, P Bandai, if they are not here in the States. We are for sure getting them. That's one thing I asked too. That was my main reason I called them, was for the Wave 2 if we were getting it, and then when we were getting Wave 1. So Wave 2 is up for pre-order. If anyone wants to get in on them, they are going pretty quick. So.
Do you remember the estimated date for those? I don't remember.
I thought it was January.
So it's a while.
I can look right now. It's crazy that things are getting further and further and further pushed out on estimated releases. So February, not January. So it's probably January's order, and then we should get them in February.
There you go. One real quick question here from the chat that I want to take. Astray here asked, any word on the Fox Unit Nuke Matrix kit?
Any day. They are released from customs. I would think that we would get them in next week. I doubt it'll be today. I really doubt that. Because in that order, there's some other stuff too coming from China. But we have a ton of those Fox Matrix kits. We'll have plenty for in stock. A really cool kit.
Well, the reason why I wanted to field that question was because I wanted to say that I built mine yesterday or 2 days ago. Anyway, 2 days ago, I built mine. So that review will be coming early next week. So I've already got mine built out. Unfortunately, it's at home. I don't have it here to show you, but it is very cool. Very interesting. The spine part, which is like the very unique aspect of the design, is a little bit janky. It's not, you're not going to want to play around with it too much, because it's like there's wire that goes through it, but basically that's what's held together by. And so unless you tie the wire or glue the wire or something like that at the top, and I think probably gluing the wire would be the best bet, just super glue that in. But unless you do that, then when you move it, the wire can kind of start to come out, and then it kind of falls apart. So that is one thing that I noticed about the kit already, but otherwise it is very cool.
Yeah,
and a lot of stuff in the box too.
Yeah,
It's like a effect part and other like the clear part that fits over the spine section in the middle. It's very cool.
Yeah.
So
Chris,
if you guys have
question there in the chat about the LED bases. Sorry, I thought you're done. You
go ahead. I'm done now.
They've been shipped to us, Chris. Those and then the all the different LEDs. They'll probably be here next month, towards the end of the month, if not early the month after. But I would think they'd be here towards the end of the month, so next month.
All right, I'm gonna switch over here to YouTube now. Community tab. Rob the Builder asks, what is something you'd love to add to the USA Gundam Store but isn't feasible, and the reason you're unable to?
Right now, I would like to add a ramen place. That'd be cool. But we've talked about. I think I've talked to you about that before.
Yeah.
Kind of plans in the future, but we'll see if that ever happens. But that, I mean, I don't know if he's talking about something like that, or if he's talking about like a certain line of product. I mean, I would love to get BMC back, but that's just kind of not going to happen anytime soon. I don't know, because most companies will. I mean, they're not going to say no to taking money and giving you their product. So I don't know if that's the way that question was headed, or.
No. Yeah, I guess that sort of thing, or like you say, like you recently started carrying Pokemon cards, for example, that they're kind of not exactly model kit related, but sort of within like the Japanese hobby kind of realm.
Yeah, and so the lack of Gundam and Bandai products, as a company, you're getting, I guess, further in depth in this question. You've got money that you need to spend to buy more products, and if it's just sitting there in the bank, not doing anything, you're just losing money. So you'll probably see things start coming that maybe aren't Japanese related. Like, for example, we just got approved for Legos, so we'll be carrying Lego products. They hopefully, our first 4 pallets should be here next week. So you'll see those up on the site. You might see other kind of toy brands or different toys. I mean, that's one reason why too we started carrying a lot of the Chinese stuff and reaching out to those factories, just because people want it, for one, which is good. But we need to keep expanding our selections.
Maybe Cabbage Patch Kids.
No, probably not anytime soon.
Are those still a thing in America?
Yeah, we actually, so before the COVID hit, my wife had a planned trip to the Cabbage Patch factory for my daughters, and then COVID kind of struck last year, and we didn't get to go to it. But yeah, they're still a thing.
Bummer. All right, there you go.
Saved me.
All right. Z asked, where are all the Mecha Dude kits? If such a line existed, would you stock them at USA Gundam?
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't see why not. I don't know if they'll ever do that though. It'd be kind of cool, but I think the appeal for that kind of thing is the fact that they're girls. I don't know.
I mean, there's certain stuff. I mean, like there's plenty of male characters in the Figurized line.
Yeah.
Figurized standard. And like Ultraman kits. And I mean, like there's stuff out there. Yeah. But it's understandable. Most of the people in this hobby are male. So like statistically, most would be heterosexual males.
Yeah.
And kind of have that appeal of like female characters, right?
Yeah.
So it makes sense. But anyway. And then like and they're mostly all made in Japan, right? Where like it's like anime, like manga, it's like the home of that, and like obviously girl characters are popular. So okay. How does Bandai decide when they're going to release older kits, and which ones do they choose? Interesting question.
Yeah, so I don't know how they choose the list that they give us. So they give us a list, and now it's about 6 months of it. It used to be 3 months in advance. Now it's 6 months in advance of what they're planning on making. And it's a giant list of an assortment of high grades, real grades, master grades, Pokemon kits. I mean, every not everything they make, but a good assortment of everything that they make. And then they send that out to the world. and then every store that orders them in the world places their order and sends it back in. And then Bandai takes all those orders and takes the top things that people want and then reproduces them. So, and then some, things get cut off that list that will not fit into production capacity or that weren't enough ordered for them to start, move the mold over to the machines to make it. So that's how the production is decided. I don't know what goes into deciding what's on the list that they send out, though. I know Bandai has asked us to get information from everyone that's listening on kits they would like to get remade. I know they do surveys and things like that a lot, so that might feed into different things. But the overall decision on what they send to stores to order, I don't know.
Roll the dice.
Yeah,
I wonder if there's like. When it comes to whenever they do that, like once a month or whatever, if they get like all the guys in like a conference room, it's like a Friday, like 8 or 9 p.m. They just like order a bunch of takeout and beers and stuff. They're in the conference room and they have just like one computer screen set up to like a randomizer machine, and they're like placing bets. Yeah. All right, I think we're gonna reprint some HG Age kits this month, and they roll the dice, and whoever bet at HG Age gets to win. Yeah, something like that.
That would be.
Let's just all imagine that's how it gets decided, because it might as well be.
Yeah, I know the newer kits get made kind of like every month. Although not every. I mean, look at the Messer. That got made like one time, and then it took months before it got reprinted again. So, but usually, the new Gundam Build Divers Battle Log or whatever it is. Those kits are coming out. I'm sure every month we'll be getting some of those in. I mean, they've been on every order. From the time that they release through, we've ordered through December, January now. So I think they've been on every single one of those. So.
All right. I do want to make sure we have plenty of time to go through the contest winners and stuff. So I want to get one off Facebook here. And then if we have time towards the end, we'll answer some more questions. But Patrick asked, because he said he's asked this a few times and hasn't been answered yet. So fingers crossed. This week it happens. It is happening, Patrick, this week. So he said, any plan to bring back the payment plan option at checkout for more expensive items?
So there is stuff that we've looked at. It will not be the partially payment plan. It'll probably be more of was it Sazzle or something like that. I think that's what it was called. It might be called something else. I might be thinking. But the problem is a lot of those payment plans don't like pre-orders. So Gundam companies that you see that use those payment plans don't even take pre-orders. So that's kind of the hard part of it. When we did the payment plan, partially allowed for pre-orders, and they changed their policy, and that's why we don't carry it anymore. So it probably would be just for in-stock stuff, and it wouldn't even matter for pre-orders, which people would want to put pre-orders probably more on that than in-stock items.
Yes. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yes. Speaking of pre-ordering expensive things, I broke down and pre-ordered that Genshin Impact Mona statue.
Oh man.
If you know me, I do have a shelf over there, and people ask me this all the time. They're like, "Can we see your display shelf? Want to see all your display?" I'm like, I don't have a display shelf for Gunpla. That's all just goes back in the box. But I do have a couple of shelves of like 10 character figures. Like that's it, and they're not expensive ones. They're like the prize grabber machines, like $20-$30, more than I would ever spend on that. But because I'm so into Genshin Impact these days, I did pre-order that, but I don't know. I think a few months before that actually comes out, I may still end up canceling that. But I saw that it's coming to the store. So if anybody else is a Genshin Impact fan, that Mona statue is coming.
She's the one in the blue, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
with the witch hat.
Yeah, so we have that up, and then they have another Genshin one.
The Ningguang one, more expensive one.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah,
$400 one.
Yeah, I can't do that one. Yeah. Maybe when that comes in, maybe like when I'm there, when that comes in, we can at least just like unbox one or something, at least so I can see it.
Yeah, I know I kept one for myself. That one. I don't play Genshin, but it looks really so.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
You can loan me yours or something for a day. Just let me admire it. But all right, so let's get into the contest, guys. So just a reminder for you guys, we had the painted and unpainted category and 2 winners from each category. So a total of 4 winners for the prize packs from Adam from USA Gundam Store. And then we had a 5th prize that was thrown in from Joel at True Gunpla. So how I'm going to use that is a little bit different, and I'll explain that here in just a minute. But we'll first take a look at the unpainted category winners. And just to let you guys know, we had 30 in all. There was more in the painted side, so unpainted was not as many. We only had 30, which is good. I don't want to make it sound like it's not very many, but there's more.
Different. You think it'd be more unpainted than painted, so that's cool.
You would, yeah, and that has been the trend. Like we recently, with the previous contest, the clean versus weathered contest, I was saying at that one, I was surprised at how many entries we had, considering that fully painting was a requirement for that contest. You know, normally when it comes to contests, obviously you would expect to have more unpainted people, but lots of people are going in for painting, which is great. Great news. So, but on the unpainted side, we have, and also if you guys, follow my normal contest, usually I'll let you know some of the runners up. I'll do a video probably later next week on my channel where I'll show the runners up, and then also I'll do a slideshow of all the entries at the end. And so I'll do like kind of a recap of everyone. But for today, I'm just going to let you guys know who the winners are. And second place here, we put it up on the screen for us to take a look at, is from Jerry here with his custom Portanova here. Super clean, very nice. It almost looks painted for how clean it looks. But yeah, it's a custom Portanova. This one, I will just say this one on the painted side and the unpainted side was very difficult to choose the winner because like the top 2 were so close. And so this side, as you guys will see, between this one and the one that took first place, honestly, they both kind of could have been first place. They're so close. There was one very slight advantage that we gave to the one that took first place, but I'll talk about that here in just a minute. But this one is really cool. He's got this big custom lance weapon. I really like just he did like a little bit of detail painting on there and then basically some top coat, as you can see. I really liked some of the additions, like the use of the turquoise paint in there on some of these bits. And just overall, just very nice silhouette, just nice design for this, nice use of the parts. Adam, what do you think?
Yeah, no, I love that, actually. I like it a lot.
Yes, it's very cool. Between the, completely just personal opinion, between the top 2 picks, I actually like this one personally more as a judge. And among 3 judges, and I should also say a shout out to my 2 very well qualified and fantastic co-judges on this contest. We had Win, I'm Wong, and also Kevin Zhang, both GBWC champions. So they're very qualified to judge this contest. So they helped me out. So we basically chose who we thought were some of the top ones, and then we had a video call conference we were on for 2 hours deciding who the winners were. So we looked at all of these in great detail. So there you go. This one is fantastic, very nice, and a nice use of decals and everything on there too. So I mean, very good.
Yeah, and thank you, Win and Kevin too. If I don't know if they watched these, but thank you guys for doing that for us.
They were both saying something in the chat. I invited them both to come on with us for this episode, but for Win, it's also at night, me. And then for Kevin, it's early in the morning there, like you. But Win is basically kind of in my time zone, Kevin's in yours. Yeah. But yeah, neither of them could make it here. But yes, thank you to both of them. So congratulations, Jerry, for taking second place here. Now let's take a look at the first place winner. Not that one. Hang on just a second. Drum roll, please. Here we are. Okay, I got it. This one is Here you go. This one is from Hemond. And again, I'm just going by what people's like email names are. So I'm sorry if that's not the name you wanted me to use or not the correct name. But Hemond's here, which is another really cool design. Also used based off of the Portanova.
Yeah.
And this one is kind of very interesting how this one kind of has a little bit more of like a kind of slightly weathered appearance, just because it's like a little bit kind of dirtier looking, I think, just because of the color scheme as well. So it's kind of interesting based on the last contest. We had the clean versus weathered. And with these two entries, it was almost kind of like comparing a super clean one with like a slightly weathered one.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's not really weathered, but it just kind of has that appearance. This one, there was like a couple of spots where like the panel lining was not as nice and neat and clean. But what gave this one the edge to beat out the other one was that we felt this one was just a little bit more creative. Especially here in the legs, we really liked this aspect, how he used these parts for the legs as to make it look like
thrusters almost.
It really reminds me of the Ares, actually, to be honest, from Gundam Wing.
Yeah.
But yeah, like these thruster engines for the legs, and then like how the feet are just like a thing which basically just allows it to stand. But it's mostly like a flying machine. So really creative use of those parts there on the legs. I really like the weapon as well. These parts are really cool. The use of the hose is a nice touch. And so, like I said, between these two, I think it really could have gone to either of them. But considering that one of the things that we were especially looking for in this contest was creativity, that we thought that while they're both probably like equally very cool and interesting and well done builds, this one just had that slight edge of creativity on it. That we all really liked with this one. But there you go. So anything you want to add in on this one?
No, I think you kind of covered it all. The cool. Yeah, like it's weird because I feel like the green and the panel lining with the green is what makes it look weathered.
Yeah.
But no, I mean it's awesome. I mean it's so cool to see what people do with all the 30-minute mission parts.
Yeah, totally. The color scheme is very cool. I mean, as someone who I was saying that like just like completely personally, I kind of prefer the other one for myself, but I do really love this color scheme. It's very MSV, which I like. I appreciate that. The white striping on there is very cool and well done. And like the parts used for like the chest and the head. Where was the closer up picture of that? Maybe this one here. Just like very cool. And like they work really well together.
Yeah.
Those shapes in there. Looks very nice. So there you have it for the unpainted side. Like I said, if you guys missed me mentioning this before, I will do a video later next week over there on my channel, and I'll let you guys know who some of the other runners up were, as there were, of course, a lot of other very fantastic builds that deserve to be shown as well. But we can only have 2 winners, so that's who we chose on the unpainted side. But now for the painted side, like I said, I was going to do it a little bit differently. On the painted side, it got pretty complicated when it came down to basically like the top 3. We're basically at a stalemate between Kevin and Win and I as to who we wanted to choose among the top 3. We finally decided which one should be 3rd place and then cut from the top 2 prizes. And then between which one was 1st and which one was 2nd, we were basically completely tied on that. And Win opted for one, Kevin opted for the other, and I was the deciding votes, and I really couldn't decide because, as you guys will see as we're looking at these, they're both, I think, equally so well done, but just a completely different style. So, like, if you were to tally up the points for these, and we didn't, just to be completely honest, we didn't use a point system because, honestly, I don't really like using that for judging, but we have, like, a certain set of criteria in mind. And anyway, if we did use judging, I think these would basically come out as a complete tie. So it's really just a coin toss. So what I'm going to do is some people may not like this, but basically award both of these like as tied for 1st place. And then the one that we had in 3rd place is the one that I want to award Joel's prize to. So the True Gunpla prize will go to the 3rd place winner here. And then there's basically a tie for 1st. So let me show you guys the 3rd place entry here. And this one is, remind myself of the name of this one. Okay. Oh, and how many entries do we have? Yes, I'll let you guys know. We had more on the painted side. We had 52.
Dang.
So a total of 82 completely. Very nice. So, but this one, coming in at third place, is Kevin's. Here we are. And I'll show you the pictures and let you share some thoughts on this, Adam.
It reminds me of something from Horizon Zero Dawn.
That's exactly what we talked about. Yes.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Yeah,
it's very cool.
Yeah, both Win and I were both like vaguely familiar with the game, but neither of us had played the game. But Kevin was a big fan, and so he was very happy about that. Mm-hmm. And he showed us like pictures from the game. Go ahead.
I like that a lot.
Yeah. This one was super cool and super creative. The one thing that gave the other two a little bit of an advantage over this one was the painting. And as you'll see with the other two, the painting was a little bit nicer on the top two, whereas this one, the painting, it almost looks unpainted, which is kind of weird for a painted kit. And so I don't know, like how it's sort of.
I think the reason that might be is because there's no decals. I know that might sound weird, but
yes, there's no decals. There's not much like detail painting.
Yeah,
there's a little bit. You can see like on the pistons and stuff there. So there's a little bit of that, and I think because there's so many different colors there. So I think maybe if there was one less color or something like that, that may also not make it not look like that. Yeah, just something about the finish makes it almost look like unpainted. So in a way, it kind of makes the painting. I mean, this is why I'm kind of struggling with this, because if it looks unpainted in a way, that makes me feel like the painting is not quite as nice as something that like you can tell like, oh wow, that's got some really nice painting on it. But on the other hand, that could be, something that is more appealing because it doesn't look like something that's been painted. It looks like just like something real life kind of thing. You know what I mean? So it's a bit of like a complicated feeling. I had I had a hard time like wrapping my head around this one, to be honest. How to feel about it, but it's super cool either way. Super cool, very creative. Also, yeah, very obviously drawing some inspiration from Horizon Zero Dawn. But yeah, it's a very cool entry nonetheless. We all really like this a lot, so that's why we kind of decided to cut it from the top two, but we felt that it needed to win something because it was so good. So that's why I wanted to award Joel's True Gunpla's prize here for this one. So this one will be winning that from True Gunpla. So there you go. That one's really cool.
It is very
cool. Now on to not second place, because like I said, these are we're just going to basically let them tie for first. This one is from Taj.
Ooh.
Here we are.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm. Let you have a look at this one. This one, while we were going through the judging, it has a nickname, Grasshopper, but we were just referring to it as Chappie, or the green one.
Yeah, Chappie. That was a good movie.
Mm-hmm. But it has that kind of vibe, right? So
yeah.
There's this one. I want to like show you both at the same time, but we'll talk a little bit about this one here first. Very like simple in its design, but and so some people, I think, like on the surface level, you may think, oh, we had other entries, and like later on when you guys see all the entries, we have some that are like really complex and like using a bunch of parts, and like how could something so simple beat that? But like there's definitely a lot of talent required to make something so simple look so good. Like this is not just an alto painted, right? So there's a lot of design work that goes into creating something like this that we really liked a lot. The painting is really nice colors on that. There was this little bit here that I wasn't sure if like that decal maybe looks a little bit silvered there on the gun. And this decal like here on the front of the crotch part there looks like it doesn't quite fit on that space very well. That's getting very nitpicky, but this is what it came down to. That's like the kind of thing that we had to look at as like nitpicky things when it came to trying to decide the top winners for this. But yeah, we all loved this one a lot. I mean, obviously, it's adorable. Very cool. So there's that one. And then contrast that with, oops, what's going on with the screen there? That was weird. Well, hang on. Let me open this. Sorry. This one here from someone who you may appreciate because his name is also Adam. Here you go. Adams, who, as you can see, very different style from the other one. This one, instead of like being very simple, this one is much more complex, much more detailed, but equally good. This one is really cool because it has like the main mecha and then also this kind of like side kind of robot thing as well. But that can, here's a picture of that.
That's cool.
That can mount onto the backpack.
Ah, that is very neat.
Yeah, so super cool. This one as well. I mean, like the painting is super well done. We really liked the chrome accents on there. Those look really nice. All the decal work, the masking for the striping looks very clean. Nice photographs. Looks very clear. Beautiful. Some very nice mecha decals on there too. Not that mattered for the just scoring or the judging. Just pointing that out. There wasn't any necessarily bonus points for that, but this like a little side guy there just reminds me so much of like the crab pod, you know?
Yeah. Which
I love. So.
Yeah, I like that side guy. That's cool.
Very cool. Anything else? What do you like about this one?
Just, I mean, the if you go and even back at the front, like the little, I don't know if they're like camera lenses in the shoulders and stuff. Those look pretty good. I mean, just all the overall. I don't know why that popped out to me, but it did. And then the chrome is well done. Sometimes when you get chrome, because those aren't metal parts, but they look like metal parts. And sometimes when you're using chrome paint or chrome powders, you can easily not do a good job. So those are pretty solid. The colors work. I like the color scheme. And the Space Alto is my favorite, and that's what most of this is. The legs are from the Space Alto.
Portanova.
Yeah, Portanova, thanks. The legs and the head are definitely from it. I don't know if the chest is from.
Those are option parts.
Yeah.
Alternate like option parts for that. Right. Yeah.
But no, I really like this little sidekick though. I like that little backpack.
Yeah. Very cool. There was, I believe, only one other one that I can remember offhand, but there was another one that was one of the runners up that had a kind of similar thing, using like some kind of drones in there as well, but not as complex as this one, in a much more simpler way. But it was a very cool idea to implement with this, and the fact that it's not only a separate thing, but can also then be mounted to like the main mecha as well. Like that is very
that's cool.
So there you have it, guys. That is the top winners for the contest. So congratulations to all of you guys. Taj and Adam here for the winners on the painted side, and Kevin as well for his, as we were calling them, the blue one, the green one, and the dog. While we're going to judging, that's how we're referring to them.
He's in the chat right now too, so congratulations.
Oh, who?
Adam.
Oh, okay, there you go. Yeah, Adarius, there he is.
Yeah.
Very good.
Awesome.
Yes, congratulations, man. Those were both fantastic builds. So hopefully you guys can understand why it was so difficult to choose between those top two, as they're both, I think, like so equally good, just in completely different ways. And both of them had some very creative aspects to them, just to the design in general. The painting was basically flawless on them. They both had a lot of nice work on there. So very good, very cool. And just thank you to everyone who took the time to enter. Like I said, there was a lot of really great entries. So I really want to show you guys all the runners up and then just all the entries. So I'll definitely do that in a video over there on my channel next week. But we have one more thing to get to as we're coming down to the end of the show. Of course, we have to get to the giveaway as well. So we can't, at this moment, let you guys know what the next contest is going to be, but hopefully very soon. So if you guys are waiting to find out about what the next contest is going to be, just hang tight, and we should be able to let you know hopefully pretty soon. And that'll be a fun one.
Yeah.
All right.
I think people will like it.
So let's go here. And so this time, 1 will be Facebook, 2 will be YouTube, and 3 will be Instagram for choosing the platform here first. And 3, so from Instagram, where we had 156 total comments. And 156, that gives us 122. All right, so I'm going to count backwards from the bottom of those. And while I'm doing that, Adam, you can take a couple of questions.
Yeah, questions in chat. So you guys have any questions, throw them in the chat right now. Do it quick because Zach can count fast.
Yes.
Everything in here is congratulations to the winners. So so I scroll up some and see. Question: have anyone experienced loose joint problems in 30-minute mission kits in the knees, ankles, and elbows? I haven't really in any of the ones that I've built. I know that there's different techniques and things you can do to stiffen up joints. So Gun Primer makes a joint tape that you can buy, but you can always put some super glue on it and sand down the super glue a little bit. Anything to make that joint, the ball a little bit bigger, will stiffen up your joints. Any word on back orders for August? Yeah, we got a bunch of them in. We should be getting a bunch of back orders in. I'm hoping this today, but odds are it's going to be probably Monday or Tuesday. Full Armor, Thunderbolt Master Grade. There's a bunch of August back orders that are on those. So keep an eye for that. More Perfect Grade Unleash RX-78s, and we're getting those every week. So as we get them in, we fulfill our pre-orders. So that's why no one's seen them up for available to purchase, because we have pre-ordered all of ours that we have been allocated from Bandai, and then Bandai slowly filling that order. So, but it looks like Zach is done talking or counting. Can't hear you, Zach. No.
Hey, here I am. Sorry. Yes, I am done. As I mute myself so you guys can't hear me counting. So I'm counting out loud, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've left my mic on before. I know when I've done that. Embarrassing. Anyway, it's the next comment right up above Suit and Spades here, so sorry to you, but it is right here. TriStar Black. Congratulations.
Yay. Congrats, TriStar Black.
A fitting color for the prize, definitely. His question: any time frame on the HD Nightingales? Well,
we answered that earlier. I know they are on their way. Another distributor for North America got their shipment in, but we don't order a lot from that distributor. Most of our stuff comes from Bandai, which goes through Bluefin directly. So we're just waiting for that. I'm assuming the container's probably there at the port or going to be there soon. And then as soon as they get that unloaded, we will get them in. Yep. but I'll do my Black Star. You send us an email. This was YouTube.
Instagram.
So send us a picture with you logged into your Instagram account to support@usagundamstore.com. And then in that email, just let us know what address you want us to send that to, and we will get this shipped out.
Well, very cool. Congratulations again.
Yes, awesome.
Lovely kit. Yes, indeed. And again, just on the contest, thank you guys so much for everyone who entered the contest. If you guys were planning to enter and you didn't finish your contest, hopefully you guys will still share your work. If you end up finishing the build later on, whatever, please do still share it. Either email it to me or just tag me or something if you're posting that online, and tag USA Gundam Store or Adam directly or something, just so we can all check out the work later. And yeah, I'll look forward to sharing all the entries with you guys later next week. But again, congratulations to winners. Especially thank you guys so much. Thank you to Kevin and Win again for helping judging as well. And we'll let you guys know about the next contest here pretty soon. But for today, guys, Adam, anything else for wrap up?
Thank you guys so much for all the support, all the patience. Not just everyone that orders Gundam kits from us, but anyone that orders figures from us. I mean, there's been tons of delays with those. So thank you guys all for bearing with. I'm sure every company out there that's struggling. We appreciate everything you guys do, because if you guys weren't buying stuff, we wouldn't be here. So thank you for allowing us to supply you with the goods that you like.
Indeed. All right. So thank you guys. And until next week, you guys have a good 2 weeks, and we'll see you in September.
Yep.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.